what we see right now in the year-over-year is that we're down a little bit, about 10% in the median price from last September, but we went and down just a little bit from August of 2015. So this particular report, I'm not ready to sound the warning bell yet, but I think there's a larger conversation taking place in our markets, and it's not always that, my goodness, the market is suddenly going to stop or crash or fall. It's done so good for so long. At some point there comes a pause, and I think we're traveling upon that pause time.
Generally speaking, fall tends to be a slower time for sales anyway, right?
Well, it can be. We're actually doing rather well year over year compared to what we've done in the past, but I do believe there's less activity in the market, and you take out the segment of most families have bought and sold their homes over the summer to get lined up for the school year. You still have your condo buyers and your move-up buyers and your relocations and transfers and baby boomers, but that one big chunk does kind of pull out of the market for just a little while. So it's a little less activity, I think is what I'd say.
I'm seeing some pretty nice action in terms of luxury condos, 5 over 500,000 in the Daytona Beach area. I know that's got to be music to your ears.
Well, we love any time we see those high price points, and I know that we're having some success as well. We put an executive home under contract at right in that high 700 price point just the other day. So we're still seeing the luxury buyers out there. It's been a strong market for luxury. It's probably helped out some of those averages, maybe not the median, but the averages. But it's nice to see that top end property continues to move.
All righty. Any thoughts on what we'll see for the rest of the year in terms of the condos?
Well, here's what I want to say, and again, I want to preface and be careful about this. Let's not run out tomorrow and panic or today. But we are at that point. If you look back, the stock market when it crashed about 7 years ago, and the housing kind of followed suit, or vice, they both had a real heavy knock 7, 8 years ago. And if you do look at economic cycles, there are those people peering around corners suggesting that maybe we're heading up to that next economic impasse, and with elections coming up, I would just say to be mindful and watchful of what's going on in your market locally and how it applies to your own situation. It's still a great time for buyers to buy. We're still below the peak level, and interest rates, they just never went up. They were supposed to go from 4% to 5 or 6. They're still cheap. And for sellers, it's still a great time for them to sell. So I don't see panic in the market, but I'm keeping a very watchful eye for any shifts in the market. And, of course, we'll always update you guys as we learn more.